you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. New York, will you be with us for Knicks City Answers Hat Day? The first 10,000 fans in the building get a Knicks City Answers cap so they can show their Knicks pride anywhere they go. So get here early. Don't forget our bobblehead giveaway. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a free basketball bobblehead. And don't forget to...
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. Take a look at the Hawks. They're still riding with the middle of the pack, but trending upward.
And, you know, I think New York, they just crushed expectations all season long. Only a few people thought they could sustain this level of excellence, but here they are.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3, the small forward. And for New York, Reed is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2-guard spot. As we advance through the second half of the season, Brent, how do you keep your focus as a player?
Well, what have you established, Kevin, to this point in the year? I mean, what are the habits that have gotten you to this point? Are they working for you? Are you staying consistent with those? And I think over the course of time, you're going to get more positive out of habits that are creating an environment for you to have better performances and not take you away from what the remainder of this grinding long season is all about.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here's Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Reza Shea. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Reed. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Reed's got 5 points so far.
Amazing just how trusted Brunson is with the basketball.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And here's Daniels after the 3-pointer from Reed. Daniels with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Capella with a screen on Bridges. Daniels, no good. New York has gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Stolen by Reed. Driving inside. And Reed throws it down.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
And the call will be against D. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Young. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Capella sets a screen for Young. The Hawks again can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 16.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Nailed from three-point land.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. switch here. Hands checked in. New York City zone. A boogie with a hoodie. Very happy with what he's seeing from his Knicks.
Well, you're not going to find many fans that are more faithful.
You're doing all right. They got him.
And here's LeVert. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Man's out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's Shea. And it's LeVert in at the point guard position. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hi, Kevin. Well, D in that last outing against Indiana was terrific. He ended the game with 68 points, but the big standout was his season-high in rebounds. What an effort on the glass. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. See what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Pass to Reed. Here's the 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The Hawks trail by 8. The numbers will back it up, Brett, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board.
39-38.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Driving the lane. Pass to Niang for 3. Sinks the triple. Niang's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay. Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
42-33.
LeVert against Brunson. Here's LeVert. 8 points for him. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Takes the 3. Reed misses. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against Indiana. Ball's knocked loose. Bridges with it. He's picked up by Shea. The 3. Reed misses. The Hawks trail by 7. Now, Mann. He's got 5. To the inside. Reed with the block. And so the ball's out of bounds. Reed touched it last. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Sasha, he's checked in for New York. Max Strus comes in for Mikal Bridges. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nance. Johnson comes in for George Niang. Daniels, he's checked in for Mann. Young is subbed in for Karis LeVert. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And good defense from Towns. He's a big-time shot blocker, and that reputation can scare you.
Reed gets the bucket.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Stolen by Reed.
45-35.
Puts up a 3. And another 3 for New York. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, they're really fucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
And New York making a change. McBride's checked in. The Knicks leading by 13. And again it will drop another make there from Reed. Reed's got 39.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Johnson. Reed with the block. And pushing it up. Here's New York over Young. And another one falls.
Another night, another 40 points in the books for him. What a season.
Greg, you're right. He is edging ever closer to the second place mark for most 40-point games in a year.
And with Jordan's mark of 37 firmly in the rearview mirror, he is now marching towards Wilt's 1963 mark of 52 games of 40 or more. Just a legendary season.
And the Knicks making a change here. Achua's checked in. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. You take a look at Reza Shea. He's just not quite in the running at this point, and while he's had a pretty good season, it doesn't look like he'll be a contender.
And the crop of young talent coming into the league this year, especially this group, has painted a very bright picture for the future of the NBA.
We see such great physical ability across the board with these young players. Some guys' polished skills are so impressive, but who becomes the star usually comes down to who puts in the most work.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Down low. Here's Reza Shea. Reed with the rebound. From deep three-point land. Rebound, Atlanta.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And so it's New York closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the New York Knicks.
They have been so careful with the rock. Smart passes, tight handle on the ball, really speaks to the focus and discipline.
And that defense, try as they might, cannot disrupt their flow. And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
Looking at the Knicks, you know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear into every team that has to go against them, Shaq.
You're starting to scare me, Kenny.
Oh, okay. That wasn't scary.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
We've got Jalen Brunson. Anunoby out there with Reed. Then it's Bridges. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
The Hawks trail by 21. Over to the left wing. Reza Shea wide open. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Reed. Good, he hits again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
63-42.
Brunson against Young. Johnson outside. And the 3 off target. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Capella.
Okay. And Clint Capella having a little bit of fun out there with that dunk.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Knicks leading by 22. Here's Reed. And again, New York with the triple.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
And another one falls. Amazing. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Pass to Daniels. And here is Capella. Guarded by Reed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Reza Shea. A three-pointer is right on target. Reza Shea's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Atlanta. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Knicks making a change here. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, in a year with no consensus #1 overall pick, Zachary Reza-Shea out of France, maybe not a surefire star, but certainly a player with a lot of talent, a 3-and-D prospect with a prototype length and size. The Hawks saw him as a plug-and-play addition to their roster. He should be making an instant impact, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Atlanta making some changes. Mans checked in for Dyson Daniel. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Young.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Right here.
LeVert the pass to Man. Here's Reza Shea. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Pass to Reed. A 3-ball. Traps in the tray.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
77-47.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Capella inside, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Great lift off the floor. Johnson is electric.
Knicks on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. Reed against Johnson. And again, the three-point shot from Reed.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Atlanta's got the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Pass to LeVert. This one for 3. And no good that time. For New York, they've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Fires from deep. That one doesn't go. Hawks have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Here's Rizachet, guarded by Reed. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Towns with the steal. Here's Reed. And got it. Another basket.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Rizachet with it. Pass to Johnson. Here's Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And so it's the New York Knicks out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be right back after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Substitutions. New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. On the court for Atlanta. The front court is Rizachet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. To the middle. It's hauled in by Achua.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Bangs home the trifecta. Reeves got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Knicks.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
After Rizachet tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. From past the arc, another one goes. Incredible.
81 on the night, channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Shots good from Young.
Showing no mercy. Young gets free with the cunning dribble move.